Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Overwatch Weekly. Got quite a few things to talk about this week. We even heard from Jeff Kaplan this week, so let's just jump into this week's news roundup. First thing I want to talk about is the June 2019 developer update that Jeff Kaplan delivered yesterday or Monday, one of the two. I think it was Monday night. So this time around, it was just talking about some of the things that they've been doing recently, some of the stuff that has happened recently. Essentially, it's a very shortened version of the video I'm making here today, minus one thing that I am going to talk about at the end here. So I figured I'd just give you a brief rundown of what he talks about, and then I'll jump into going into more detail into all of the things that Jeff mentioned. So the first thing he talked about is the new Baptiste short story, What You Left Behind, and the Baptiste reunion challenge that comes along with it. And he talked about the new patch that has gone live, including the replays. He also talked about the Overwatch League replay viewer, which went live a couple of weeks ago. He talked about some of the hero changes, the changes to Assault, and the new competitive season of Free-for-All Deathmatch. So he talked about these things. If you want to watch it, link is in the description down below. But like I said, it's a briefer version of the video I'm going to be making here today. Doesn't go into as much detail on everything. So with that, let's jump into the things I'm going to talk about. We're going to start with the patch notes, because the patch notes includes pretty much everything. So there's Baptiste Reunion Challenge, which we'll jump into here in a little bit more detail. But they say we're bringing Baptiste's journey in the short story, What You Left Behind, to Overwatch with some special unlockable in-game content. Wins in quick play, competitive play, or arcade will all earn you themed sprays, a player icon, and a new epic skin, Medic Baptiste. Tune in to participating Twitch broadcasters while they're playing Overwatch anytime through July 2nd to earn 6 Baptiste Reunion Challenge sprays, and we'll talk about more of that here in a little bit. New feature, Replays. Experience your past Overwatch games from a whole new perspective with Replays. Replays allows you to watch your 10 most recent matches from any vantage point. Whether you want it first person, third person, or bird's eye view, you can see it all with this tool. Hone your strategies by slowing down or speeding up the game to see how exactly a critical moment played out. Get a better view of the action from above, or even turn off the UI completely. The hero updates. Baptiste, his biotic launcher increased the heal ammo from 10 to 12, and the amplification matrix duration was increased from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Diva's defense matrix reduced length from 15 meters to 10 meters. McCree's Peacekeeper had its primary fire recovery reduced from 0.5 seconds to 0.42 seconds. He can shoot incredibly quickly now. It's pretty crazy. Arisa's protective barrier can now be deployed without interrupting reload. Symmetra's teleporter interact range increased from 1 meter to 1.5 meters. And Torbjorn's rivet gun's secondary fire damage per pellet was reduced from 12.5 to 10.5, which is 105 damage total per shot. And for game mode updates, these are to Assault. The time awarded for capturing Point A on all Assault maps has been reduced from 4 minutes to 3 minutes. And upon losing Point A, any defenders that are dead or that die shortly thereafter will have a maximum respawn of 3.5 seconds. There's also some workshop updates and some bug fixes, so if you want to check all those out, link is in the description down below, as always. But let's talk about Baptiste. The first thing, of course, is the new short story, What You Left Behind. That is linked in the description down below. There's a tweet you can get to, which will give you a link to the story itself. The story itself, I don't even know if you can directly link to it, so I figured you want to see a little short video about it and just get the short story. But it's a very good short story, very interesting read about Baptiste's past. Introduces you to a couple of characters. We get to see Win, or Nguyen, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but I believe it's Win. The person who had been writing that letter or receiving that letter that we got for the Baptiste tease, where they talked about how Captain Cuervo's strike team was eliminated. And Baptiste goes a little bit into that. And we meet one of his former squad mates, Mauga, who's a big tank-looking dude who very well may end up as one of our next heroes. So a lot of really interesting stuff in the short story. I highly recommend you give it a read. Probably takes an hour or less. I was a little distracted when reading it, but you can read it in probably like 40 minutes or so. It's good. I enjoyed it. Um, but yeah, check it out. But let's finally talk about Baptiste's Reunion Challenge in more detail. If you remember Anna's Bastet Challenge or Diva's Nano Cola Challenge, it's very similar to those. So let's read some of this stuff here. Jump into action and prove yourself by completing Baptiste's Reunion Challenge. We're bringing Baptiste's war-torn past revealed in the Overwatch short story What You Left Behind into the game with story-inspired content available to unlock for a limited time. From now until July 1st, players will be able to earn a player icon, 8 sprays, and an epic Combat Medic Baptiste skin for a total of 10 new rewards. So, in-game rewards. We're bringing the excitement of the action-packed short story in Overwatch by making some of the special content in the story available to unlock in-game. Wins in quick play, competitive play, or arcade will all earn you a limited-time player icon, 2 sprays, and a new epic skin, Combat Medic Baptiste. These special Baptiste Reunion Challenge rewards are a bonus on top of your normal earnings for playing in the arcade. So here, you can see your rewards. At 3 games, you get that player icon of Baptiste Combat Medic helmet. You win 6 games, you get a spray of Baptiste wearing that, as well as Mauga, his former squad mate. And if you win 9 games, you get the Baptiste Combat Medic skin. So those are what you get for doing the stuff in-game. Now, you can go to do stuff on Twitch. Same thing that happened with Honest Best at Challenge and Diva's Nano Cola Challenge. There are rewards you can get for watching streams. Between matches, you can watch Overwatch streams on Twitch to unlock even more Baptiste-themed cosmetics. Tune in to participating broadcasters while they're playing Overwatch anytime through July 1st to earn 6 Baptiste Reunion Challenge sprays. Important, to be eligible to receive these Twitch drops, you must first link your Blizzard account to your Twitch account. Visit the Twitch Connections page to log in and complete the link now. And here you can see your rewards. 2 hours of any of the streams, you get this skin of Baptiste, or this spray of Baptiste in the skin. At 4 hours, you get a spray of Win and a spray of Mauga and Baptiste. I don't know. Is he shooting like a... He's shooting a healing canister at Mauga, and Mauga is not very happy. And then at 6 hours, you get the one of Baptiste kind of throwing the gun down, Mauga sitting in a drink, and Baptiste looking pretty comfortable. So those are what you can get through the streams and watching the streams. For those of you who want to know the stream schedule and know who is streaming, I will put a picture of it on the screen right now. You can just pause it and take a look. But I should note, if you view any of these streams at all until July 1st while they're streaming, you will get the drops no matter what. It doesn't have to be that person. It just has to be one of these people during that time period. So I watched Seagull last night, but I could just as easily watch a Darwin stream or watch a Bacon Jack stream or watch a Tyrodin stream, and it would all be the same no matter when I watch it, as long as it is between now and July 1st. Also, a little bonus thing here, until July 1st, if you spend $35 or more on select Overwatch gear, you will receive a free Baptiste t-shirt. They ended this thing by saying, protect your allies in-game and keep your eye on the participating broadcaster channels so you can add all of these limited-time cosmetics to your collection. Now get in there. This mission ends July 1st. So that is everything about the Baptiste Challenge. You can see a link in the description, though, that'll talk a little bit more about it. But that's everything that you need to know about it. Let's move on to the final story for this week, which has to do with the Overwatch World Cup. And the top 10 countries and all of the committees for every country has been revealed to us. I'm not going to go over all of the committees because, well, there's a lot of countries. I don't even know how many there are here. I don't even feel like counting it, but there's a lot, and I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm not even going to go over any of them. If you want to know about your country's committee, there's a link in the description that will bring you to where you can check it out. But Heroes, you answered the call, and we can now reveal the top 10 countries that will be participating in the 2019 Overwatch World Cup, as well as the committees for all countries that have made it through Phase 2 voting. The top 10 country rankings. Here are the top 10 seeds for the 2019 Overwatch World Cup. The top 5 seeds will receive automatic buys into the group stage, while all other countries will compete for the final 5 spots. These 10 teams will receive full support for round-trip airfare, ground transportation to and from the venue, and double occupancy hotel accommodation. All other teams that are eligible to compete will receive some support for hotels, but are fully responsible for securing their own travel to BlizzCon. So, your top 10 seeds. I'll go down the list. Number 1, not surprising anybody, is South Korea. Number 2, we have Canada. Number 3, we have China. 4 is France. 5 is the United States. 6 is the United Kingdom. 7 is Australia, 8 is Sweden, 9 is Russia, and 10 is Finland. So those are your top 10 countries. Obviously, as they mentioned, South Korea, Canada, China, France, and the United States will automatically appear in the group stage. So for us Americans that are watching and Canadians that are watching, we're good. For you people in the UK, I'm sorry, you got to make it into the group stage, which you should, because the UK team is actually really good, and I think they'll be just fine. As I mentioned, if you want to see your committee, they are in the description, or they're in the link in the description. There's a lot of teams on here I didn't even know had teams. You got Romania, you got the Philippines, Peru, the Republic of Ireland, Latvia, Kuwait. There's a lot. So if you're curious and you want to see what they got, you can see them all there. What's next? With Phase 2 of the Overwatch World Cup program concluded, it's now time for Phase 3, player selection. Teams will have from June 13th to July 14th to hold player tryouts and craft the perfect roster to represent their nation. Rules and team guide will be provided to the teams directly early in this next stage in order to allow them to build their roster, with full awareness of the competition rules, pricing details, travel and hospitality scope of support, and etc. Committees will submit their potential player list on or before July 14th, which may contain up to 12 players for Blizzard to verify and approve. The committee will select and confirm the final 7 players and committee members who will travel to the live event and receive complimentary access to BlizzCon by July 26th. For more information about the Overwatch World Cup program, including our FAQ section, check out the announcement blog, follow the Overwatch Path to Pro Twitter, which is at OWPathToPro, and check the Overwatch World Cup website for updates as we get closer to BlizzCon. If there are any questions or concerns, you're welcome to reach out to us. But that is everything for this week. This is a really good week. We're getting close to a new hero, potentially. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But if you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, as it helps out a lot with the channel. But until next time, I'm getting out of here. Once again, thank you for watching, and bye-bye!